combined. Now it wasn't a big community, but there were a substantial number of kids. So we got infected. I got infected with everything. I had scarlet fever, chicken pox, German measles,
Whooping cough.
whooping cough. Had that, and brings back memories, right?
Oh yeah.
And I remember Dr. Kissel. How do I remember this? God bless him. He's long gone. Dr. Kissel, my mom would call him, and that was back in the day when they came to the house. And I remember he would come to the house, and I'd be in bed, sick. And he'd tell my mom, well, he has this or he has that. Those days are long gone, man.
Yeah, they don't come to the house anymore.
What? Come to the house? Are you kidding me? You're lucky they're at the office. Right?
All right, Doug.
Those days are gone, Joseph. They're gone, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, there may be some doctors, I heard there's a little bit of a comeback that are trying to do that. We'll come to the house. Boy.
Yeah, but they're going to charge you more money, that's for sure.
Well, I hope not. I mean, that was really a different time. Thanks for sharing.
It wasn't the measles. It was the chicken pox.
Chicken pox, yeah.
Either one got these.
Yeah.
I had the shingles, but I had a really mild. In my right arm. I thought I was allergic to the fig tree because I am allergic to the fig tree.
It can be painful. You
can go blind from shingles.
Absolutely, it can be very painful. Thank you for sharing, Joseph. We always appreciate you, man. We'll come back in the second hour, and Dominique Ostrander's up?
Yes.
We'll catch her next.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate it very much. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You're off to a good start for the week. And that you keep health in the forefront of your mind. And not just think about it, but do something about it. So in the first portion of the show today, I was talking about this continuum of health and let me grab my notes so that I can make sense of what I'm talking about. This continuum whereby it's an illness-wellness continuum. On one end of the continuum, to the left, and Gary will put that up on the screen, is where you end up in a diseased state, and it's premature death. On the other end of the continuum, to the right, is a state of high wellness, high level of wellness. In the middle is what's called a comfort zone. I'm going to discuss this with my guest, Dominic Ostrander from Jar of Formulas, and then we're going to focus in on a very specific disease that will help understand this concept. Most of the population occupies this comfort zone. We think, well, that's okay. Well, not really, because in this so-called comfort zone is false wellness. You have a false sense of wellness. You may be asymptomatic. Remember, I defined that in the first portion of the show. No signs or symptoms that anything is wrong. You don't feel pain. No subjective manifestations of disease. And you haven't gone to get screened, so you won't have any physical findings. No scans, no x-rays, no blood tests, nothing. So we don't have any screening data, so we don't know. You don't know anything. And you're going along. Here you're in this comfort zone. You feel comfortable because you have no symptoms. And clearly, if there are signs, there may be some signs you're not aware of. For example, like the plaquing in your arteries, which we're going to get to. And you're in this comfort zone, no symptoms. Your diet and lifestyle are not optimal. You don't eat well, you don't exercise, don't get enough sleep, under stress, all of that. And health is not a high priority. I asked the question, what are the odds that you're going to move to the right on that continuum and end up with a score of 10 with high level of wellness? The odds are pretty remote. Most likely you're going to drift to the left and end up with poor health and then with a disease state, and who knows, maybe even premature death. My opinion, most people occupy this false, I would call it a false comfort zone. Heart disease, cardiovascular, many of the high blood pressure, heart disease, some of these cardiovascular diseases. Now, high blood pressure, there can be signs that you can detect. Now, you may have a headache from the high blood pressure. That's not a sign. There's no way for the doctor to know if you have a headache. You may feel dizzy. That's a symptom, rather. The headache is a symptom. You may feel dizzy. That's a symptom from the high blood pressure. If you go and get scanned, they may find that your arteries are plaqued. You got plaquing, and that's causing high blood pressure. And the high blood pressure exacerbates the scarring of the arteries. And you could be in a false comfort zone, tooling along, and boom goes the dynamite. You have a heart attack. You say, where'd that come from? Well, it's been there all along, just waiting to happen. Like the radiator hose on your car that's been deteriorating for a long time. Then one day, right in the middle of a trip, boom, it goes, and there you are stuck on the highway. Then you have a heart attack, and there you are stuck in an ambulance being rushed to they're trying to save your life. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, educated for Jarrow Formulas. We're going to talk. Heart disease is a classic example of whereby somebody could be living in this comfort zone, have heart disease, and not know it, and end up as a candidate for premature death. Dominique, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to have you on.
Thank you. Well, on that bright, positive note.
Yeah, we like to keep it real around here.
What, exactly? Oh, my God. It must be raining where you are.
Not we're in a hurricane.
Right.
Why? Is that sounded pretty grim?
No, well, you know what? It doesn't actually. It doesn't sound grim to those who, like you say, like to keep it real. I think that there is so much denial. At least that's been my experience with people's overall health and well-being and the way that they take care of themselves. And ironically, and this is like huge irony, in our industry, people that supplement regularly feel that they are protected.
That's nonsense. You know that?
It is nonsense. It is complete nonsense. Because diet and lifestyle choices will always emphatically override any supplement that you take.
Clearly.
So clearly, so your point is very well taken. I'm right there with you, and unfortunately, I should say that the goal, I think, this morning, what might be to enlighten or maybe shift paradigm and really say, am I taking care of myself as good as I think I am? Am I doing the things for myself
that's good,
that I know to be really, truly good for myself? Or am I taking away and diminishing my efforts by doing A, B, C, D, E?
And I asked the question, it came up, I've been working on a project, and the question was, how do you know when you're sick? Mm-hmm. Is it when you have symptoms, or is it when you don't feel well? You know, when was the last time a physician asked you, how do you feel, or when was the last time you felt well? Mm-hmm. They usually don't ask that. And they're going to go immediately to checking for signs and symptoms. And that's the traditional medical model. You may be better off to be more in touch and ask, how do I feel? You know, now you could be asymptomatic and feel fine. That's
true.
That's a caveat. Heart disease,
right? And women in heart disease, exactly. Women with heart disease, that's quite common, actually. Thankfully, it's not as common because women, when they would complain of fatigue and even chest pain, years and years ago, before cardiovascular disease became as common among women, they were dismissed often as the hysterical female, as with a lot of symptoms.
Yeah, they considered it a man's disease then too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when women complained of the pain, it was more that sort of anxious, oh, I'm an unhappy housewife kind of thing. And and unfortunately, that's not the case at all. She was legitimately sick. But women's symptoms for heart disease are very different than men.
Well, we come back. Maybe you can talk about that. That's a wonderful point. Signs and symptoms. Symptoms are subjective. That's chest pains. That's a symptom. The headache. That's a symptom. The sign, the clogged arteries. The sign, you're on a slab somewhere. You're muerto.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs some breaking news. Olivia Newton-John, of course, there's probably not a person listening or watching this show who doesn't know who she is. She has been diagnosed yet again with cancer, and this is now the third time. And I was just watching a video, and that's probably what you heard in the background because I didn't have my computer off. She's battling cancer again for the third time. I was watching this video of her, and they were doing sort of a review of this fellow that was interviewing her, reviewing her past, her career. She was amazing. I saw some footage from Grease. She was singing with, they showed some footage of her singing with Barry Gibb from, the Gibb brothers. And yeah, she's a remarkable performer. Beautiful person, beautiful woman in every sense, inside and out. And she's going to turn 70 now. She looks great. Really, she starred with John Travolta in that High School Musical Grease. That really launched her career. And you look at that footage, my goodness, she was amazing. I'm so sorry to hear that she was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 1992. She won that battle and became a fierce advocate for breast cancer screening. Remember, I was just talking about screening. People don't get screened. They live in that comfort zone, false sense of wellness. She was diagnosed a second time back in 2013. A new breast cancer had spread to her shoulder and metastasized. And she was on tour at the time, and she suspended the tour. They said at CNN, giving them attribution, quote, following her third diagnosis, she told Seven she was taking cannabis for oil for the pain, a treatment she hoped would one day be available to her home country of Australia, close quote. Dominique, welcome back. That's sad to hear that she's now dealing with cancer yet again.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I liked her. I still do. Mm-hmm. She was a great Australian, I believe, right? Wasn't she from Australia?
Mm-hmm.
She was a wonderful entertainer. It was one point. I mean, she was everywhere. I mean, she was on radio, TV, the movies. I mean, film. Her career really was amazing. She's had an amazing career. She's going to be 70. I was just looking at this recent footage of her. She looks pretty good for 70. Let me tell you, she's doing something right, but she's battling. I've always said you never beat cancer. I've said that. I refuse to say it. I think once a cancer patient, you're always a cancer patient. Some people probably don't like it when I say that. And maybe when if I have this chance now to go out and start giving talks, I want to talk about that a little bit. What's the best way to live post-diagnosis and post-treatment and while in surveillance? How should you think about it? I guess that's an individual choice. You have any thoughts about that?
I compare it to an alcoholic, honestly. I mean, once you're an alcoholic, right, you're always an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. It's not something you beat. It's something every day that you take each day at a time. And I think it's the same thing for a cancer patient. And honestly, I think it's the same thing for a heart patient, too.
Explain.
That you take it, that in other words, so if you've been diagnosed with heart disease, and let's say you had to go through, you had to get a stent put in, right? So your body has already created this atherosclerotic process. And so I think it's up to you at that point to think, okay, well, my body's already created this one time, so it could probably do it again. And therefore, I should think of myself as a heart patient and then make the choices, hopefully, to improve diet and lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And with the same thing, whenever you have any other sort of catastrophic diagnosis, like cancer, mm-hmm. you're going to do things on a daily basis, hopefully, that help support your health and not deteriorate it.
Yeah. You got to, boy, you have to.
That's not a rule. I mean, it's not for sure, right? Nothing's for sure.
Nothing.
We like to think we're going to make the right choices, and it's going to have some positive effect.
There's so many variables in play. If people really had a true grip, a true understanding of how vulnerable we are, how fragile life is, how fragile health is, probably wouldn't be able to get out of bed being paralyzed with fear. Right? And maybe, maybe taking things for granted, whatever, maybe that's a defense mechanism where people just don't think about it. But I think there's a way to be conscious of these issues and still live life and not live in fear. But you had made a point that heart disease is a different experience for women than men in terms of signs and symptoms. Is that right?
It is, definitely.
All right. We'll come back to the bottom of the hour. I wanted to report on that. I apologize for taking you off track a bit. But I know that you are an empathetic person. And
of course.
Yeah. We're all in it together, you know. We're all in this together. Olivia Newton-John may have cancer for the third time. I certainly, my heart goes out to her, and I wish her the best. And we're all, you know, we hear stories like that. Some people don't want to hear that story because they think in the back of their mind thinking, you know what? I wonder if I'm going to get cancer.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
On radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your...
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking with Dominique Ostrander today and zeroing in on cardiovascular health a bit. Dominique, welcome back. You were saying that for women, heart disease is somewhat of a different experience in terms of signs and symptoms. Could you expand upon that a bit?
Sure. So the classic, when we think heart attack symptoms, we think sort of crushing chest pain, sweating, grab your chest, fall to the floor. But for women, the first signs are often arm pain, jaw pain, nausea, fatigue, excessive tiredness, that it's not this gripping chest pain. And so it's something, if women are feeling unusually tired, really unusually tired, activities that they used to do that they didn't get breathless from, that now they're getting breathless, let's say, for example, like vacuuming. If a woman's feeling herself getting more breathless from vacuuming than she did before, it's something worth looking into, because women's symptoms don't show up like men's.
That's interesting. So, what should women do then? What's the approach here?
Call their primary care, call their physician, and make an appointment for an exam. And their primary care can do an EKG right there in the office, and find out if an EKG, if there's something going on, will reveal it. So it's important to just, if you're, again, it's unusual symptoms. There's a lot of people that don't live in their body, as I say, that they're completely unaware of what their bodies are feeling and things. And so we want to definitely, as women, become more in tune to what our bodies are telling us, and not in a hypersensitive way, but just in tune. And so if you notice that you're feeling a lot more fatigued, tired, kind of nauseous, there's sort of this unexplained symptoms. And again, arm pain and jaw pain are very common with women, more so than men.
Mm-hmm. We know from a diet, you want to eat a diet that's well balanced, and we could probably debate what that diet should be. I still think a diet high in fat is dangerous. High-fat diet with the wrong kinds of fats, you're flirting with danger. I think a diet that is loaded with processed foods. A diet where plants are not. It's not a plant-based diet, or at least 60 to 70% of the diet is constituted of plants. I think you flirt with heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. Some may disagree with that. A diet high in meat, red meat, fried foods. I could go on and on. That you're flirting with trouble. Alcohol, drinking a lot. There's many risk factors for heart disease. Lots of stress, contributor. Smoking, clearly. Diet, absolutely. Is there anything from a dietary supplement perspective to give people, in light of what you had said earlier, that, supplements aren't the end-all and be-all, but are there any supplements that contribute to heart health that should be on people's radar and on their countertop at home?
Well, we talked about CoQ10. So I think, how we said it was like about a year ago when the use of statins was just like, here, your name's Bob, here's a statin for you. That eventually statins were going to be in the water supply. That was how we sort of joked about it. But I think CoQ10 should be right along with that sort of popularity. So because the prevalence of heart disease is just so profound that starting on, it doesn't even have to be ubiquinol. It doesn't have to be the reduced form of CoQ10. But at an early age, in your 30s, to help support mitochondrial function, ATP production within the cells, taking CoQ10. And again, making the right choices. CoQ10 is not going to undo a hamburger and fries 4 days a week.
It won't.
Sedentary life. It's not. It's not going to. But supplement-wise, CoQ10, and then, of course, I think controlling blood sugar. I think that's a huge, huge part of overall cardiovascular health. Good circulation is controlling blood sugar.
Why is managing blood glucose levels such an important issue relative to heart health?
That's a really big question. Well, the first thing is because it's inflammatory. So high insulin levels, running high insulin for long periods of time is highly inflammatory. And we know that cardiovascular disease is an inflammatory process.
It is. Yeah, atherosclerosis. The underlying mechanism of action, the disease process is atherosclerosis. Plaquing that occurs. So what would you take for, let's say, blood glucose insulin management from a supplement perspective?
From a supplement perspective, I love our glucose optimizer. Our glucose optimizer is a proprietary blend. There's so many things in it, from alpha-lipoic acid to gymnema, wild bitter melon. I think it's an overall great supplement. And you don't have to take, if your blood sugar is good and normal, I don't think you have to take the full recommended dosage for it. You can take 1 a day versus, let's say, 3 a day, just to start out with, just to make sure that you're running good. But if your blood sugar is higher than you'd like, then I would say take the recommended dosage.
Mm-hmm. Glucose Optimizer by Jarrow Formulas, 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. That is a wonderful dietary supplement. I've known people to take that. I've chatted with people and I recommended it, and they took it and went back to their doctor, and the doctor said, what happened? What did you do? And then the patient will share with the physician what he or she is taking. Get great results with that product. You've had that in the inventory a long time at Jarrow.
A very long time.
Very
long time. And what I love about our proprietary blends is that everything is in a strength that can stand by itself. They're not window dressings just to say, oh, it has it in it, but it has a non-efficacious dose. The whole point is to have something that's in a blend that in and of itself can stand by itself and offer a benefit.
That's
so
one of the...
everything that's in glucose...
I'm sorry, go ahead, finish your thought.
Well, I was going to say, so everything that's in our glucose optimizer is a dosage that can stand by itself, like alpha-lipoic acid is at 200 milligrams.
That's one of the features I notice about Jarrow formulations. They do not skimp on the amounts of the ingredients, the dosage level. They don't. It's a great thing.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilomax, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier, I was talking about signs and symptoms, and I gave you some easy working definitions of them. It's important to know the difference between them. What is a sign? What is a symptom? Your doctor will typically talk using that kind of language, those kinds of terms, that lexicon. And so you need, if you know what those mean, that's better for you. So here's the question. It's a true and false question. And it's dealing with these concepts. Is this statement true or false? Symptoms are objective manifestations in the form of physical findings, such as swelling, redness, lesions, and so on. Is that statement true or false? Symptoms are objective manifestations in the form of physical findings, such as swelling, redness, lesions, high cholesterol, for example, things that you can measure and see. Is that statement true or false? Here's a number to call to win a $25 supplement gift card.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
Welcome back, Dominique. What about omega-3 fatty acids? Good for cardiovascular health?
I think so. I think a good fish oil is definitely appropriate. I only get concerned with people that can or can't handle it as far as their stomachs or GERD or anything like that. So fish oils can be really difficult for some people. So that's why I always say CoQ10 and, blood sugar control, things that really are very benign that somebody would not even know that they're taking.
Well, Dr. Sinatra.
We make an EPA.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Jaro makes a great fish oil. Our EPA DHA balance is excellent. It's 1,000 milligrams total, 600 milligrams of omega-3s, 400 of EPA, and 200 of DHA. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio of EPA to DHA. It's a great fish oil.
Dr. Sinatra, we've talked about this not long ago. Dr. Sinatra's Awesome Foursome. CoQ10 is certainly on that list. And he has a couple of others. Could you mention those, please?
Sure. Ribose, magnesium, and carnitine, and then CoQ10. So those are the Awesome Foursome.
What about carnitine, L-carnitine, which is an amino acid? It's an amino acid. What's up with L-carnitine?
What's up with L-carnitine? Well, L-carnitine acts like a transport for fatty acids. So basically what it does is when somebody is on a good form of carnitine, to Cliff noted, it will escort fatty acids into the mitochondria where they're burned for energy and then escort the waste products out of the cell, which again is why it's effective for post-workout. But for people that are running high triglyceride levels, carnitine helps them utilize their fatty acids that are circulating in their blood, which is what your doctor is measuring when he takes your triglycerides, to help them utilize these fatty acids for energy, which is not an easy thing to do.
So, but how does that help heart? How does that help the heart?
Well, that way you don't have all this fat circulating in your blood, and so when you get all upset and you have a stressful phone call, that fat then gets deposited when you're having an adrenal response. I see. And it's part of the atherosclerotic process.
But L-carnitine is different from acetyl L-carnitine.
Correct. Acetyl L-carnitine is a form that's readily used to help support brain function.
Brain function. Those are different.
Cognition.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you're for your heart health and L-carnitine, and then ribose, what does ribose do?
So ribose helps produce ATP again within the cell, because the cells need ATP in order to function properly. It's the juice, it's the gas in the engine, so to speak. And like you always say, without ATP, you die. And so every single cellular process in our body requires ATP. And the heart, because it is the most endowed with mitochondria, has a tremendous demand for lots of juice. So it's very important that we feed the engines in the mitochondria with adequate amounts of ATP, hence from ribose, CoQ10.
All of these products from Jarrow Formulas are sold in fine health stores throughout North America. D-ribose, the L-carnitine, their CoQ10, their fish oil. They even have wonderful antioxidant based supplements that can help moderate some of the free radicals that can damage the arteries, the endothelium, which is categorized under epithelium. It's a special form of epithelium, is very vulnerable to damage. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Darlene, was my statement about symptoms being objective manifestations or physical findings of illness or disease, was that statement true or false? Darlene.
I said it. Yeah. Hey, Dr. Garko, how you doing?
I'm good. So was that statement true or false?
True.
No, it wasn't true.
No?
Signs, like the sign at the way you can remember this, like a stop sign, you can actually see it. Signs are objective manifestations, like the redness, swelling, that you can experience, are lesions that they can see when they do certain kinds of scans and whatnot. Those are actually, you can actually see them. They're objective. They're empirical. You can measure them. Those are signs. So I gave you the definition of sign for symptom. That's what made it false. But you don't stop you that stop you from calling me again now. Okay.
Oh, I won't. Okay, I won't.
Okay. Let's go to Tanya in Wesley Chapel. Tanya, what's the answer?
It's false.
It is false, as I just explained. So it's important to know those signs and symptoms. Thank you for participating. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. Dominique, thank you so much for being on. You going to Baltimore?
I am. I will be in Baltimore.
Okay, I have plans to come and see you.
Awesome, Dr. Garko. Thank you.
I hope all is well, and we'll talk then, okay?
For sure.
All right. Jarrow Formulas, L-carnitine, CoQ10, D-ribose, all these supplements that we talked about today, health stores everywhere. Impossible not to find them.
Battling sinus, bronchial disorders, allergies, and other seasonal irritants can be a constant struggle, making this the season when you need Oreganol P73 the most. Nature's most powerful natural remedy. Get the blast of wild nature you need with the only wild Mediterranean oregano extract, Oreganol P73 from North American Herb & Spice. After being tested, both the USDA and the FDA agree Oreganol P73 is powerful. North American Herb & Spice knows it's powerful as well and knows P73 is just what you need. When you take P73, you'll experience its cleansing power. You'll smell the fresh mountain-grown aroma and feel its effectiveness. The Greeks used wild oregano for their health, not just spice, and called it Oroganos, the delight of the mountain. Oreganol P73 is 100% wild, hand-picked Mediterranean